The Amethyst Adventures, Chapter 2, The University of Magic. Jowlani and Zayden walk hand in hand for 15 minutes at a very slow pace towards the University of Magic. Entering the front square, they can see beautiful plants and hedges. At the heart of the square lies an idyllic fountain in the shape of a water sign. They are already close to turning up late and burst out dashing to the entrance door. Adrenaline flows through their veins as they rush inside. Entering the grand hall of the university, the bell already rings for the next hour of classes. Big screens display the various classes with the corresponding classroom. An announcement is made over the local sound system. Today's Magic Defense 102 class is the final class of the year before the exams. Professor Rania has given the instruction to ask any questions regarding the exam now, because she will not be present during examination. The exams will be taken by a professor of the University of Aldgren. He has been in charge of continental guidelines for exams for the last 10 years. That will be all for today. Jowlani looks even more stressed and gazes with blank eyes into Zayden's eyes. What the heck am I supposed to do now? The examination will be even more strict than with Professor Rania. She smiled for me, says I always help her out with extra chores after class. I have no backup methods anymore. Zayden takes Jowlani by the hand and responds with a calm demeanor. There is no need to stress out even further. Did you write down the questions you want to ask? Then you will get all the information you need. Yes, I have, but I'm feeling so nervous. I don't even know if I'm capable to ask them. Can you ask them for me? Write it down in my notebook? Zayden thinks about it for a second and then gives a slight nod. Fine, I'll do it. You better pay attention to your answers as well. That way we can practice them immediately tonight. Before we go into class though, we need to quickly visit someone though. Jowlani follows Zayden across the big hallway, and they encounter a young lady with her back turned towards them. She has long, bright red hair, and today the colour of choice is purple. Laura has been the pair senior for the second year in a row. She helps out with questions on next year's class options, facility hours, and provides tips on how to navigate specific exams. Laura, it's that time of the year again, and someone is already having a nervous breakdown. This time, it's Magic Defense 102. Laura turns around, looks at Jowlani's face, and tries to hide a laugh. Goodness grief! I hope you don't spill your guts over the floor again before the exam. The janitor told me your stamp card is already filled for this year. She puts her arm around Jowlani and continues, No, I'm just joking. No need to worry about it at all. The key for Magic Defense 102 is that during your practical test, you can produce the magic. Does not need to be great or perfect at all. Professor Rania will guide you through fine-tuning the magic next year. Jowlani starts to shiver, gets emotional, and utters, Did you not hear what was said in the announcement? Professor Rania is not doing the exams, but the one from Aldgren who designed the exams. How am I ever going to get a pass on this? His face turns bleak and is filled with anxiety. Laura flinches and is a bit distraught by the comment. Clearly, she hasn't heard the announcement. She recovers and makes a suggestion. I have 2 free hours right now, so I will come with you to class. I'll help you with your final questions and ask them for you. Don't fret about it. It'll come across as if I'm asking general questions for the whole class. It'll look like everyone can benefit from them. When you and more of your classmates pass, the better it is for our seniors' class grade as well. Arm in arm in arm, the trio makes their way into the classroom and sit down front row. Professor Rania walks in and shuts the door loudly. A woman of wisdom and expertise with short grey hair stands before the desk. She slams a magic cane on the ground, standing center of the classroom. Quiet in the class right now. You have worked hard this year. I do not deny that. Nevertheless, the exams will be much more difficult this year, and you have heard why. You will ask your final questions One student after another. Keep it short and concise. I don't have much time left. Some students look seriously. The others snicker a bit at the professor's last sentence. Lately, she has struggled to walk and sometimes loses focus during classes. Might it be that the professor has to retire soon while she still can in the best of health? Professor Rania notices a laughing student in the second row. Without any hesitation, she quietly walks up behind her, slams a cane, and a gust of wind blasts through the classroom. You dare to laugh at me? Disrespect your elder one more time in this class, young lady, and you will automatically fail your exam. The girl quickly quits laughing and stares outside of the window with no thoughts lighting up in her eyes. The classroom's volume turns to full silence. It's even more silent than an empty library. The professor then bursts out in laughter herself. You are a silly girl, Miss Hanksley. That is a reason they pick on you all the time. Grow up and be a woman. Face the world with confidence and not with fear. Do you really think I will be this strict right now? I've tolerated you, all year, eating and drinking in class. I've even seen couples secretly trying to hide their childish form of intimacies. If you wish to grow up in this world, listen to me. Do not waste your time on frivolous things. Learn theory fast and put it into practice at the speed of light. Fail to do so and you're broken like a twig if Brar breaks out tomorrow. She walks back up to the front of the class and points at the clock. The time for questions begins now. Laura fires all of Jowlani's questions at the professor. Professor Rania puts her mind to the answers and no words are spoken. All her thoughts are transferred into writing in all students' notebooks. The answers are all equal except in the notes of Jowlani and Zayden. At the end of the answers, they are able to read, You two are a special pair of human beings. I wish you all the wisdom, luck, and love for this horrible future that's filled with treacherous politics and awaits us all. Never lose hope, and should fate decide you no longer should be together, hold each other in mind and heart. That strong link will last forever and will allow you to find the other wherever you may be. The bell rings and class is dismissed. Laura looks at the notes, reads them, and looks at the special pair of human beings. I guess Professor Inias made the last joke of the year, huh? At least I hope so, or you guys are doomed. I will leave it for now and we'll see you at registration day for next year's classes. Go Team Laura! Jowlani and Zayden decide to skip the festivities of the last school day and head home. Tonight's dinner is at Jowlani's house, though the one that cooks is Zayden because Jowlani has terrible cooking skills. He's never even heard of the use of herbs and spices in cooking. Zayden immediately works on the food for later. Jowlani heads upstairs to journal his feelings and emotions. Time passes by quickly. Dinner is ready and Zayden calls Jowlani downstairs. A colourful feast of food lights up the atmosphere of the dining room. A glass of water and a plate of chicken strips, vegetables and fruit fill the plate at Jowlani's seat. A well-prepared meal gives your brain everything it needs for a special final practice session tonight. Dig in now, before it gets cold. Cleaning up is all your task as usual. Don't break another plate, that would be the third one this week already. As Zayden sighs, then winks at Jowlani. Jowlani always eats at a fast pace to finish any form of eating. He has always struggled with food, and he never ate much and was a picky eater. Mental stress caused his lack of eating at a young age. Because he never adapted his eating style, he now struggles to estimate the size of his portions. When he starts to overindulge, Zayden can tell and takes his plate away. That's enough for now. We are going to take a short rest. I'll set the alarm so we can focus on the important matters. Just relax. The magic will happen, with or without me. You've got the knowledge and skills, believe in yourself, and you'll pass this exam with a breeze. The sun starts to set as Zayden locks the doors of the house. He helps to relieve another form of anxiety that Jowlani experiences. Since being jumped and attacked at night by strangers, Jowlani never wants her doors to remain open and unlocked. Zayden helps to clean the table and they do the dishes together, just like most nights. Together they head upstairs, lie down, cuddle, and slowly fall asleep for a short nap. The 30-minute nap is now over as sound blares out of the alarm clock. Time to get up for that special practice session. Jowlani feels well rested. Is this a time that magic can finally be put into practice? Zayden tries to encourage him. Come on then, you've got this. Focus on the strongest thought that you have in your mind, hold that thought and cast a spell. Jowlani immediately thinks of the times he lies in Zayden's arms. It feels warm, comfortable and safe. He starts a breathing pattern of 4 seconds. Breathe in deep, hold, breathe out slowly, and hold when it's empty. He repeats it for a minute and sighs, before he slams his staff onto the ground and shouts, Amore Defensio! A bright light emerges from the jewel adorned in the top of the staff. It turns bright red and the bedroom fills with a light intensity only seen on major theater stages. A shield in the form of a red heart emanates against the ceiling. For the first time in his magical career, Jowlani has successfully produced a spell. Filled with emotion, Jowlani starts crying and looks at Zayden. Zayden, I finally did it! Thank you so much for all the help. I don't even know how to ever repay my gratitude. Zayden smiles and winks, but also feels a bit confused. So, what are the thoughts? How did you produce this spell? My language skills are not really there, so I'm not sure which defense spell you used. Jowlani starts blushing. I can't really tell you. Well, okay then, maybe it's time I should tell you. You are my best friend, and I feel safe and comfortable with you. You never act surprised when you hug, or even cuddle, or when I lie against you to fall asleep. That's more than any normal friend would ever allow or do with someone else. Feelings developed in time, and I can't really see you as a regular friend anymore. I think I've fallen in love with you. Zayden never scares away with any emotion, but this is something he has not expected. A red blush falls across both cheeks, and he visibly becomes more shy. Well, we are more than normal buddies indeed. I'm not familiar at all with relationships because I never had one, but I am definitely fine with how close we are. Cuddling, you falling asleep in my arms, it feels natural. Though I don't have a clue how we developed this past friendship. Just like your magic defense, I have no practical skills. But together we will figure it out. I think I'm in love with you too. Zayden says he has no practical skills in love, but he does take the initiative, like usual. He gets up close to Jowlani, smiles, and puts his hand on Jowlani's right cheek. Somehow I always felt that this moment would come. I'm so grateful for how you took me in when I came to Neutralia a year ago for my studies. Your smile was the only smile I could see since being introduced as your new classmate. From the first time we have been together both in and outside of school. You make me a better person every day we spend with each other. Again, no practical skills, but I do know how to do one thing. Zayden puts his other hand on Jowlani's left cheek and draws in closer. Lips lock for the first time, and fireworks spark in imagination. It ends after an intense couple of seconds and they let loose, gently. Jowlani and Zayden blush together, and Zayden is the first to find words to express himself. Time for more cuddles, I guess? They lie down on the bed, draw close, and cuddle. A second and third kiss occurs between the pair. They feel tired from the intense last school day, though they have never been so calm. Finally sharing the next step in their relationship has brought peace and quiet. This is what was meant when Zayden said he would fight for all people in Aldgren. "I'm really tired, can we go to sleep?" asks Jowlani. He already has his eyes shut, hoping to hear one more answer. "Yes, we have to go to sleep now. I'm sorry I wasn't able to express my feelings toward you earlier. It's not in my habit to share thoughts. Blame it on my upbringing. Now is the time I'll say to you what I have wanted to say for so long. I love you." Jowlani curls up in the arms of Zayden, and the last words of the night are his. "That means so much to me. I love you too. Forever." The pair dozes off in the bright moonlight shining outside the window. As Jowlani finally got the grasp of the practical skills needed before the exams. And will this new phase in the pair's relationship develop into something that stands a test of time?